All right, so today is our first Zoom cooking class of the year, and we're going to be doing a California melt. So we can go over our ingredient list. We need bread, your favorite kind of sliced bread. It can be wheat, whole wheat, white, an avocado, a tomato, some sliced mushrooms, and I have some sliced toasted almonds here. And the last but not least, some Swiss cheese. Or if you don't have Swiss cheese, you can use any kind of cheese that's your preference. And that's the good thing about recipes, is that they are guidance. So if you don't have all of the ingredients, you can always substitute for something that you do have. So we can go over our equipment list. We're going to need a cutting board and a knife. First, we can cut a plate. I have aluminum foil on my sheet pan already. And that's about all we're going to need for equipment. So our first step is we want to turn on our toaster oven, and this recipe has called for 4 slices of toast. So if you don't want to make 4, I'm going to show you guys to make 1, and you guys can always double it if you want more, but I'm going to do the recipe to 1 slice of bread. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my slice of bread out.
Later after your appointment.
And I want to put my aluminum foil on my sheet pan for your toaster oven.
Karen has a question.
You have a question? Okay.
Oh, Karen, you're muted. We can't hear you.
So we're not going to put that on.
Would you want, we don't have a toaster oven, would you want the broiler on or the oven?
So we're going to want our toast. We're going to toast our bread first, like a regular piece of toast. And then after that, we're going to turn our broiler on. So the
So I could
first
use
step,
a toaster then.
right, if you're using a regular oven, the first step you want is a toaster, a regular toaster, if you are not using a toaster oven.
Okay.
So do you have a question, Natalia?
Yeah. If you don't want to make 4 slices of bread, can you make 2?
Yep, you can totally make 2. Yep.
Okay.
So we're gonna put our aluminum foil over our sheet pan for our toaster oven. And if you are using a regular toaster, you can just put your bread in. So I'm gonna put my bread on my pan, and I'm gonna put it in my toaster oven, and I'm gonna toast it like a piece of toast. Okay, this is all I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna toast my bread. Just like you were having toast in the morning time, we wanna put it in the toaster and toast it. So I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna choose the toast.
How long in the oven?
So Natalia, that's a good question. So how do you like your toast? Do you like it dark brown? Do you like it medium brown?
I like it light brown.
Light brown. So you want to toast your toast the way that you like to eat your toast.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the first step we're gonna do.
Carmen, we're using tortillas because we
Okay.
don't have any bread, but we just put them in the oven. We thought we would
Yep.
test those.
Yep, do the same exact thing. Good job, Micah. Lily, are you using a toaster oven or a toaster?
I'm using a toaster oven.
Okay, what about Lily? You can give me a thumbs up if you're doing toaster oven.
I do, yeah.
Awesome, okay.
Does anybody like whole wheat bread?
I do.
Oh, me and Carmen and Michael, Natalia. If I had whole wheat bread, that would be what I use today. I love it. Like the crunchy kind, I like the really heavy one.
Me
But
too,
that's-
but
You do too? My kids don't really love that.
my kids don't either. But unfortunately, I stole my kids' bread, so I have white bread today because they love white bread.
Can I say? Yeah. Actually, I'm gluten-free bread. I can't have gluten.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So what are you using for a substitute?
do you have
I just
gluten
have
free?
gluten-free bread.
Oh, nice.
It is
Yeah.
nice. There's so many more options now for people who are gluten free.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me that, Lily. So I'm gonna check on my toast to make sure it's not burning. Looking pretty good in there. The reason why we want to toast our bread first is because if we put all of our, can you imagine putting a wet tomato on a piece of bread that's not toasted? What's gonna happen? Our bread would get really soggy, wouldn't it? It would soak up the juices. But when we put our slice of tomatoes on bread that's toasted, it's not going to do that. So everyone who's waiting for their toast still, give me a thumbs up if you're waiting. Okay. Okay. I see that Michael's done. Your toast is done.
I already cut my tomato already. Is this okay?
That's totally okay. Yep.
What's your hand?
Do you have a question, Rachel?
Rachel has to leave in a few minutes for a doctor's appointment. So we've got everything ready, but I think we're gonna wait to cook it
Okay.
until we get back. But so we're just gonna
So the
watch.
next step, yeah, so the next step, what you would want to do is you want to cut your avocado, cut your tomato into slices, and then just kind of layer it on, and then put your cheese on top, and then do the melt. But okay, well, thank you for letting me know. All right, so whose toast is ready? Michael's, your toast is ready. What about you, Lily? Is it ready? Give me a thumbs up if it's done. Micah's is done. Oh, Lily's is not done yet. Okay. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for our toast to get done, what we can do is we can cut our avocado. So we want to slice our avocado. And I'm going to lower my camera so everyone can see exactly how I'm doing this. So I'm just going to cut all around my avocado. And you notice there's a big pit in there. So you just gotta cut nice and easy. And then when it's all the way around, you should be able to do a little twist like this, and it comes right apart. So some people, how they get the seed out is they hit it with a knife and then they pull it out this way, but it's quite hard to get it out. So be very careful if you're using a knife. There we go. So I'm gonna get my toast out. My toast is done. And once you take your toast out, we want to switch our toaster oven to the broiler. So we want to put it on broil. There's a lot of different settings on your toaster oven. So we want to put it on broil now.
So I'm going to do that.
Okay. Does everyone have their toast out? Give me a thumbs up. Yep, Lily does. Okay. So now we're gonna be slicing our avocado because now our toast is out. We want to make sure our toaster oven or your oven is on a broil setting. So some people slice their avocado while it's still in the skin. So how I do it is I go like this. I leave it in my skin. I just go diagonal. And you don't want to cut through the skin. You just want to cut through the avocado. And then we turn it this way and we do the same thing.
Just let me show you the first one she did. It's like this. Watch her. Look, so they're thick.
Yeah, you want not too thin, nice and thick.
Keep going and then do the other one. That's right. Make sure you go down till you feel the skin.
Carmen,
Yes.
I'm really excited that you're gonna try this because I know that avocado isn't your favorite food. And it's really good for you to try new things. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Laura. So now I have a spoon and I'm kind of just gonna go right and carve this out. And there's all my little slices here. And a little trick that I read online that is if you aren't going to be using your avocado right off, you'd want to put a little lemon juice on it. And that will prevent it from turning brown.
Micah and I learned another trick about avocados, and it works. We've tested it. Is if you put the pit back on top of the avocados, it doesn't turn brown. It does the same thing as
Ooh.
lemon.
Huh. Well, that's a thanks, Laura, for sharing that. So I'm gonna let
So-
everyone get ready with, yep. Do you have a question, Natalia? Okay.
I just scoop the avocado.
Yep, you want to scoop it out and put it right on your plate. Or you can use your cutting board if you're using a cutting board. And after this, we want to cut our tomato. So we want slices. Now I'm going to cut nice and thin slices of this because as Laura has told you guys, I chose this recipe because I'm not a fan of tomatoes, avocados, or mushrooms. So I'm really stepping out of my comfort zone and trying this. So I'm going to cut my tomato nice and thin. I see some avocados being cut up still. Lily, how's it coming? Give me a thumbs up if it's going good. Awesome.
Good, man. Spoon.
So now is everyone done cutting or are people still working? If you're still working, give me a thumbs up.
I'm still doing my avocado still.
Okay, awesome. Yep, we can wait.
I'm putting broccoli on mine with lettuce
Ooh.
and sweet potatoes.
Oh, I can't wait to see how you like it. So for everyone that has their tomato and their avocado cut, you can get your toasted piece of bread back, or in Laura and Micah's case, the quesadilla. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna layer on avocado. So avocado is gonna go on first. I'm gonna lower my camera so you guys can see. So you're gonna put on as much avocado as you like. If you're making more than one piece of bread, the recipe calls for a quarter of avocado. So if you have a whole avocado and you cut off one section, one side, you want quarter of that on your one piece of toast. But if you really like avocado, you can put on more.
Right, I did my avocado.
Is your tomato sliced? You already sliced your tomato, right?
Yeah, I did.
So we're gonna get our bread and we're gonna start putting on some avocado. You want a quarter of your avocado. So if you only cut half, like me, I only used one half and I haven't used this half. So
I
I
used
want
both half.
okay. So you want to use a, if you're, how many pieces of bread you're doing?
2.
Two. So you can use as much as you want, just even it out.
Okay.
You really like avocado, don't you, Natalia?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So the avocado goes on first. And then we're gonna put on our slices of tomato. So if, no, actually, let me check this. Our mushrooms go on next. I'm sorry, it's not the tomatoes. After the avocado, it's our mushrooms. So we want a quarter cup of mushrooms. So I have my measuring spoon here.
I thought it says
And-
one. I thought it says 1 cup of mushroom.
Well, right, but if you're, for each piece of bread, you want a quarter cup. So if you have 4 pieces of bread, it would equal a cup. So since you're only using 2 pieces of bread, you would want a quarter a cup, but really this is all about preference, Natalia. So if you want more
okay.
mushrooms, you can put on a more. If you want less, you can put on less.
You can raise your hand and say it.
You have a question, Lily?
Actually, I'll put the olives on it.
Olives? Nice. Oh, so you're using olives instead of mushrooms.
Well, I'm not a fan, so we don't have one. We don't have anything.
Oh, nice. See, I like that. I like how people can, change the recipe up a little bit for their preference.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put on looks like 4. I use like 4 to make it even. So this is going to be an open-faced sandwich. We're not going to put another piece of bread on top. This is going to be an open-faced sandwich. So now we're going to use my tomato.
Almonds.
I'm putting my mushroom on.
Okay. And you have your tomato on, and then a 1/3 cup of toasted almonds, if you have them. So I'm gonna measure out some almonds. 1/3 cup. I'm just gonna sprinkle them on.
Your tomato.
Yep, you want to add your tomato. Is there any questions?
Oh, it looks nice.
So our last step of this, Natalia and Lily and Michael and Laura and Micah, is our cheese. We want to get a slice of cheese. And the recipe calls for Swiss cheese, but if you don't have Swiss cheese, or if it's not one of your favorites, you can use any kind of cheese. We're gonna put it right on top.
That look good.
It does look good. So as I was saying before, this is an open-faced sandwich. So we're not gonna put on another piece of bread. We're gonna keep it open. And now it's ready to go back into our oven.
I'm
So
putting my almonds on.
Okay, well, we'll wait for you. So what we do is we want to put it back into the oven and we want to cook it for about 2 minutes because our broiler should be on and it should be nice and hot. So we want to cook this until the cheese is nice and bubbly and melted. So I'm going to go ahead
Okay,
and
now the cheese, right?
now the cheese. Yep. Did you put your almonds on?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many cheese you put on?
Just
One?
one slice. Yep, one slice of cheese. And we're
Carmen,
gonna put. Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. Micah wanted me to show you what ours looks like. Is now an okay time?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay. I don't know how to.
Ooh, that looks really good. I think it looks good.
Yeah, we'll put it in the oven now.
All right, we're gonna put it in the oven.
Okay.
Broiler, and we want to keep it there until our cheese is melted. I'm kind of excited to be trying this. I will be honest, guys. I'm a little nervous, but I am excited too.
I always think it's a good idea to try something. It's okay if you don't like it, Carmen.
Right. I've
At
tried
least
it
you
though,
tried
right?
it. Yeah.
It's been a long time, guys, since I've tried a mushroom. So
If you don't like it, maybe you can take the mushrooms off and try it without the
Yeah.
mushrooms.
that's
There you
very
go.
true.
Put mine in the oven.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna wait
Okay.
about 2 minutes because the broiler should be on. So we're just gonna wait until the cheese is nice and melted and bubbly. Because really all of the ingredients that we put on there don't have to be cooked. And our bread is already toasted. So the only thing we're trying to do is melt the cheese. Keeping a close eye on mine. Mine's getting melty. The cheese is starting to melt a little bit. How's it coming, Michael? Is it coming good? Awesome. And Rachel, I can't wait to hear about the next week. You can tell me if you liked it when you cook it later, okay? Awesome. I said, maybe I have about 30 seconds left on mine. Okay, mine is done. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like.
My cheese is melted, but it's not brown yet.
So we don't want the cheese to be brown, we want it to be melted.
Oh, okay.
You want it to be melted and kind of bubbly. You see how there's little bubbles coming in mine right here?
Yeah.
And you see how my toast got a little more toasted right here. This is why we did that, so it didn't burn. And be careful getting it out of your
Mine is
toaster oven.
done.
Is it done?
Yeah.
Awesome. Because it's going to be very hot. And an important step to this is to make sure you turn your toaster oven off. Because with that broiler on, that it gets very, very hot, and we would never want to forget to not turn it off.
Did you hear her?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
What?
Turn the oven on.
Okay, she'll do it. So we don't forget.
So it's maybe not a great one for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is
Is that right?
Yeah, I know that.
I'm going to go ahead and cut mine in half.
So it clicks. Keep going. Done.
One on each side, on each hand.
And some people cut it in half this way. Some people do a diagonal cut. It's all about your preference. I'm gonna pick this up so I can see what everyone's looks like. Lily, is yours done?
Go like this. Let's bring
Does it look good, Lily?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Look at Michael's. Wow, that looks great.
I can't even cut mine.
You can't cut yours. It is
Like,
challenging.
everything's coming off the bread.
Yeah, so you don't have to cut it if you don't want to. You can eat it just one big piece. That's fine too.
Yeah.
So throw it on your scoop under there.
Okay,
Wow, that looks good.
doesn't it?
Oh my goodness. So you want to cut it in half? What did you do?
No, I tried to cut it in half, what they're doing,
Sure you can.
but I can't because the other stuff will come off.
Oh,
So if you're using a serrated knife, it's a little harder, Natalia.
I don't really like
Yeah.
aluminum foil.
it's because, yeah, it's harder when we don't slice the tomatoes,
Yes.
but it's still fine. Came out fine. Look at that. Perfect. Let me take this.
So Laura, how's yours coming?
I'm done too.
Ooh,
Oh,
look
that's
at
beautiful.
What's yours, Dad? This
that.
is mine.
Looks so good, Lily.
Ours got burnt a little bit, Carmen. We thought it needed 1 more minute, but it probably only needed 30 seconds. But we
That's
just
okay.
cut off the burnt parts, and I think they came out
Good.
nice.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and try. Is everyone ready to give a shot?
Yeah.
All right,
Oh, okay, your thing's on.
Michael, let's do this. You're not ready, Lily?
That's yours.
Yeah.
You gonna take a bite?
I'm not feeling hungry right now.
You gonna save it for later?
Good.
Yeah.
Huh?
Awesome. Michael, you gonna take a bite with me? How was it, Natalia?
Good.
Good. Okay. Michael's taking a bite. All right, I'm gonna go for it. Not bad.
We were wondering about your expression.
Yeah, I was watching too. Michael, did you like yours? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I
And
think
what
I would
about
like,
you, Natalia?
What?
Did you like
Did you
yours?
like it?
Yeah.
Very
That's
good.
wonderful.
and Lily, you're gonna save yours for later, and you can tell us next week how you liked it.
Yeah.
And Rachel, you can tell us next week too, how you like yours after you cook it later.
Wow, very good. Thank
Thank
you. Nice.
You're welcome. Did you make one for Dad too, Natalia?
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, that
That's
is
why
good.
I made 2.
I already have indulged.
How was it,
is very
Carrie?
good.
Very
Nice.
good.
This is something that you could easily make for a nice healthy breakfast, lunch. I mean, it can be a snack. And like Laura did, you can use many different kinds of vegetables, right? So she didn't necessarily have mushrooms, so she put broccoli on hers. You can really, I call it spicing up a piece of toast, right?
Nice, very good. I like the almonds. Gives it a
Yeah.
nice little kick.
And technically, this is a vegetarian dish. So, and there's other, if you look at the recipe that I had sent you guys, they have another, you can use mayonnaise on it. You can put mayonnaise on it with, and you chop off fresh basil and mix
Yep.
it in with your mayonnaise. And you can use that as a dressing if you want to add a dressing to it. There's a lot of different things that you can add to it to make it. You can put some olive oil and vinegar, all different kinds of things, and salt and pepper if you want that on there.
Very good. Thank you. Nice.
You're
snack.
welcome.
Very nice.
How is it, Michael? Good. Well, I'll be honest. I like the tomato. The tomato's not bad. The mushroom's not my favorite. So
I love that.
see, I'm with you, Lily. I'm with you. I'm gonna pull the mushroom off because I like the avocado. It's not bad, but mushroom just wasn't my favorite. The texture of it, I didn't like it.
So I'm eating my piece because I am hungry, and it's breakfast, and the olives are delicious.
Is it a good supplement?
It's
Awesome.
good, yes, some Greek olives, nice.
How do you like it too, Mary? Do you like it?
Oh, yes. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yes. And I really love the almonds.
Yeah, it really puts a kick. It makes it different. I wonder if you use different nuts, if it would make it different. And that's something we could always explore with.
Well, it adds protein too. Lily's always looking at protein because she's the swimmer. So
Right.
high protein foods and
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh, nice. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I had so much fun today at Cooking Club, and I know, Lily, this was your first time, and I'm so excited that you joined us, and I can't wait to cook more with you next week and the following weeks to come. And Rachel, I hope you have a good time at your appointment. Thanks for coming and joining us. And Michael
Carmen,
and
thank
Karen,
you.
you're
We
welcome.
loved this recipe. It was so wonderful.
Was good. Easy.
Yeah. And I always say it every time, make sure you do your dishes and help out your parents and do your dishes. And the sooner you wash them, the easier it is, right? Because if we let the food get dried on there, you have to scrub a long time. But if you go and rinse them right now and wash them, it'll be done in a few minutes.
That's just like I tell you.
All right, guys. Well, I look forward to seeing you all. Is there any questions?
No.
No.
Yes, thank you. It's nice to see everybody.
Nice
Yes.
to see you. Have a safe trip
you.
to Florida. We can't wait to
Thank-
see you all the way from sunny Florida next time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
You're welcome, guys.
Carmen.
I'll see you next week.
Bye,
Bye.
Natalia. Bye,
Bye.
Lily. Bye, Rachel. Bye, Laura.
Bye, everybody. Hey,
Bye.
Carmen, do you have a few minutes? Can we stay on after this, or
Yep.
or will it mess up the room?